All right, so this is a trade journal for January 2023. I haven't done one since the middle of last year. A lot changed. I closed one of my brokerages. They constantly crashed at the open. Charts would not work, could not enter or exit positions. Then they changed their overnight fee from originally it was 7 times the overnight fee, 7 times the borrow for the overnight, which was ridiculous. And I never swung then. Then it became 4, which is still bad, and sometimes I still swung it if I felt very confident. And then they changed it without ever notifying me, or I'm sure any of their users, to a market rate, which was basically whatever they were going to charge. And that made it extremely unprofitable in certain scenarios. So I just decided to close it. Too many bad things were happening. And that basically meant I had to change all my strategies because I could not short multi-day runners anymore, and I could not short massive gap into resistant shorts. And with IB, I can still short OTC runners, which is great, generally. Anyways, let's look at the month. So the whole month, I'm up 3,906, which is happy. I'll take it. I took 43 trades. Most of those were NASDAQ longs. And the win rate is less than half, which is okay because I'm not used to doing these. It's all new strategies for me. The biggest win this month was GTII, which is a OTC short. And that was just a good old-fashioned first red day here. It didn't give back as much as I wanted, so I swung it. I was pretty confident about that, and I closed it all down a few days later. That was a nice trade. Next was rent. This is a post-earnings drift trade. Ideally, you catch the earnings and buy it down here. It went up very nicely. I think more than 100%. Yeah, it's like 180%. So that was a huge trade, which I did not see, but I thought I would try to get in on it if it drifted, so I left it alone for a while. And then this green kind of big doji day, I just took a feeler. I put 100 shares on, and then I put a position on this day over here, and sold half 3 days later, and the rest, I actually bought my full position back here and then sold it all because it just immediately caved in on me. But overall, it was a good trade. And actually, this trade, I could have held it even longer because it went all the way to 475. So that trade really worked. It was nice to see the idea work. ASO is a stock that was reaching all-time highs. I've kind of fumbled this thing. This is not really a strategy I studied from StockB or anything. StockB is a membership I've joined recently to learn how to buy momentum bursts and longs, and it's super. He's super concise, and everything's well done compared to other trading services I've bought. So this was just my own idea. This is just a stock that had reached new all-time highs, and I was very interested in it. So I fumbled it completely several times. Here I think I made like a few $100, and then I even made a little bit of money here. But it did what I thought it would do. It went, it broke through the all-time highs and kept going. And who knows? Maybe it'll keep going higher here, but the market looks debatable. So yeah, I lost $85 on that one. Traded it again on the same day. This is where I'm losing money. Like if I highlight all these trades where I trade the stock several times on the same day, when I lose, it amounts for a big amount of losses. So this is probably my number one thing I'm doing that's losing me money. ABBV. This was a weak structure short. Is it? That's not the right chart. What the hell? That's AI. Did I mix those up? Motherfucker. Oh no. Yeah, I did. This is AI. Okay, fuck. I fucked that up. It doesn't matter. I can go just look at the chart and I know what I did. And all the details are in there. Yeah, so it was a weak structure short. I guess I put the wrong image in there. So I had 3 days of constant sell. or maybe 4 days. Then it could not bounce. And the idea is that someone is stuck and they're unwinding a big position. So once it breaks below here, it should be a decent short. So I shorted on this day, and the very next day popped up and just pushed me out of my stop. And seems like it continued to fade decently from my entry. So I mean, it went down 5%. Maybe I should have had a wider stop on that one, but you know, taking a small win, a $6 win on a new idea, it's not the worst. AI, this was nice. Unfortunately, I didn't hold it enough because this kept going, but I bought it 16s and then I sold it 17s. Which is a 7% trade. This is okay, but the idea with these momentum bursts is to hold them 3 to 5 days. So, like, let's say I did hold it 3 days, like I should have, and then I would have been one day, 2 day, 3 day, somewhere at $21, and I went all the way pretty much to 30. I could have had a 2-bagger on this, but I'm happy that I bought it. I bought it off the big momentum in the morning, so that's a decent trade. ALGM, I'm still in this trade. Actually, I'm not. This is not the same trade though, but I'm in this now. So here I bought it. This is maybe a little bit debatable. This chart is, you can't see it here, but it's a really nice chart overall. And yeah, now it's going way up. This is why it was on my radar. This is an IBD stock, and it just looks super bullish to me. The ADR is a little bit mediocre. It's like 4.5, but I bought it. I bought on this day and then I sold it there. I could have held it a little bit longer. The idea was right. It never went much lower than my buy. But that was, I guess that was kind of a chase. But I don't really regret it. You know, if a stock has an upward trend since it's a solid stock, then it's worth an attempt. ATR, I'm not sure what this is. I don't remember it. I guess this stock just had momentum that day. I'm not really sure why I bought this. This is looks like a waste of mental energy, but I didn't lose anything, so that's good. AUVI. Okay, so this looks like a stock I overtraded. This is a low price stock, which made a big move. Seems like I traded it several times that day, and I lost every single time. This is my big flaw, where I have a trade my loser aggressively and just keep adding up little losses. So this is more than my max loss. This is more than $500. So this is the kind of thing I need to eliminate doing. Next one was an OTC long. This one I really botched it up. The buy was so nice. It looked so good on that day, and it went up pretty much 100% after. But the next day I was in a few nice moment. I think I was in Carvana, and I just wanted to focus on that, so I just sold it because it was a big percent gain already with the gap up. It was it was a 20% gain, so it's not like I did something wrong. I just wasn't patient with it. Well, I guess I did do something wrong. So this is when I bought Carvana early and I overtraded it, and that again amounts to another big loss, like $500. This is on before it had its massive run 1 week before. Yeah, here. So I bought on this day and sold on this day. I think that was a small loss, and then I did the same thing several times that day, so I'm overtrading my losers here. Which isn't great. This is where I'm losing money. This is the same stock again, Carvana. Alright, so after that one was Dada. I don't remember this trade. Let's see what the chart. Okay, so stock had a big move. Big volume from the IPO. It's volume day, I guess. Yeah, it's massive volume. has a big move, and then it was basically narrowing in the channel. So I bought it on the green day because it looked like it had slowed down, which it had. Yeah, so I mean, maybe there's a PR that day, who knows? And I bought it and I sold it. I like that trade. That was a very small gain, but great idea. Maybe in a different market it would keep going. EHCH, this is one that this is a really nice trade. This is exactly what I'm trying to do. I bought it. It had some kind of earnings post. I saw it the night before. I looked at the after hours earnings movers or after hours movers on WSJ.com and saw it had a little bit of volume and a little bit of a gap. So it was on my watch list the morning after. And yeah, this is exactly what I'm studying. And it was a good trade. Unfortunately, I didn't keep the trade overnight. I should have held it for 3 to 5 days, but I can't complain. I made a solid single off of it. 11%. What did I do wrong? The amount I put in was too little. It should have been 10,000 position. I'm trying to put 20% of my account into these kinds of trades. So that's frustrating. But it did keep going. So let's say I do keep what I'm intended to do, 3 to 5 days. 1, 2, 3. I would have been selling in 7s, and I bought at 640. High 7s. So that would have been a much nicer of a trade, but still, it's a good trade. Grab. This was a loss. I don't really remember this trade at all. It had some momentum. It has a breakout chart. I bought it high and I got out of it. Nothing wrong with that. HLBZ. Okay, so this is the low stock price. I bought a bunch of these low price stocks after, I forget what the stock was. I think it was GNS. It had something about like some kind of like naked short selling like team or something. And then I was just on the lookout next week for stocks that put similar PRs. And I bought a bunch of them. This is totally outside of my comfort zone. I think I lost on one of them. This one I lost $42. I mean, it's probably a waste of my time and energy to do this. So I think MOH, this is a weak structure short that didn't work out. Let's just see if it worked out on the long run. It did not, so fair enough. Nothing wrong. Tried it, didn't work. Netflix, this was just a random short I tried. I just thought it looked like it was done up here, and well, I was wrong, so good thing I covered quickly. That was a boredom trade. Rent, again, I got in again on this one. This time I got in here and I sold here. I had a solid single and a half. I bought it here and then I went all the way to 450. Maybe I should have taken that. And it consolidated and went higher than that, but yeah, I'm not so sure about this because it's in a very narrow channel. It's pretty liquid at this point, so it's just that I've done well on it and I want to do better on it, so I tried it again. So this, to me, is kind of an undisciplined trade. RLX is another low place earnings winner. This is a Chinese like e-cigarette stock. It made a massive move from the original earnings thing. I never made any money on this, but my losers were small. Same post-earnings drift idea. I lost on it several times. So it's all on the same day. No, these are on 3 different days. Still, I think I overtraded on this. This is a dirty loss on, again, the earnings idea or stock and play idea. I lost 1,000 on this stock. This is what I'm trying to eliminate. Yeah, I mean, it's had some kind of momentum on this day, and they just sold it all day long. And I was determined to trade it, unfortunately. So That's the stuff where if I can just take one loss on the day, I'm saving myself like 100, 200, 300, $700 if I just take one loss on the day. But stubborn me, UNH, I think this is a weak structure short. Yeah, a weak structure short, didn't work out. Good thing I got out because it didn't work. Verb, oh, this one was so frustrating because I saw it on that day. Oh, is this the wrong chart? Did I do that again? Oh, I hope I didn't do that again. Fuck, I did it again, man. I'm making the same mistakes in my trade journal. Okay, so this day, I bought it on this day. I remember this trade. This is the same thing about the short, naked short like program the stock was launching or something. So the next day they had a similar kind of post, and I saw it, and I love this stock because I shorted this in the past, and the CEO is such a douchebag. And he's one of the CEOs who actually said to the moon, we're going to go to the moon. So you know it's a piece of shit pump and dump. But anyways, I tried to buy it on that day, and it didn't. My screen froze, great. And it didn't really. It did exactly what I thought it would do, and I had a nice trade. But I'm just so not used to buying these low price stocks. I didn't understand the scope of the trade that I had when I had it. So I bought it at where was it? 38 cents. Yeah, okay, I bought it at 38 cents. So I bought it right here at the beginning of the day, like right around here. And then it went all the way to 50. This is a 50% move, and I didn't take it because it seems so small when you're used to buying like $7, $20, $30 stocks, but I mean, that was a home run trade. I just didn't take it. Then I ended up taking a scratch on it, pretty much. But, oh well. XBEV, this looked like a momentum burst. Oh, I did that thing again. Oh, I'm killing myself. Here we go. XBEV, I bought it on, where did I buy it? Shit. It's 23rd. Yeah, I mean, this just seems like a dumb trade. I don't think there's a reason to buy this. But I traded it once and I gave up, so that's fine. ASO long, I longed this again. I bought it. Yeah, I remember that trade. It was a good. These are good buys, actually. I should have held it. Clearly, the channel is narrowing. It's a stock close to all-time highs. It's slowly grinding upwards. This is a great buy. I just was not confident because this is my own idea. It's not a pattern I've studied. Don't hate myself for it. CFVNA. This is when I nailed it. And oh my god, I wish I stuck to the rules, sell rules. So I bought it here. I think a lot of people say it's late. But this stock has a history of having one big day, then a second much bigger the day, and after that it just went straight up. So from my buy, it was a really good buy, and when I bought it was perfect too. Like, it made a small move and it had a little consolidation early in the morning. The volume was fantastic, and unfortunately I just didn't hold it. I was very happy to get a solid gain out of it. I bought the amount of shares that I should have bought, which was, just about 20% of my account. And I tried to short the next day. Yeah, and then I shorted it properly. This is pre-market, and then I had a nice little single on it there. So that was great. GTI on the 30th. 30th. Where's that? That's this day. Yeah, this day was a short into resistance, so fair trade. This day I was late on this short, and I recognized I was late, so I covered it. I shorted it at 78, I think, 74. Where did I short it? Yeah, 74, and I even added somewhere down there, and then I covered it all in the 160s, I think. Yeah, 164. This is dicey, a little dicey, but I knew what I was doing and felt comfortable in that stock. SOFI, this is another one of the trades where I had the exact right idea, just I'm not really 100% sure what I'm doing, so I didn't. Timing was slightly off, and I had no patience, and quite frankly, it just, like I bought it, I sold it, then I bought it again, because I still thought it looked good, volume was great, I sold it again. And then it just pretty much went sideways all day, and then from there it made a really nice 25% move. So I had complete right idea, but I just didn't feel comfortable with it going sideways when I bought it. I wanted it to go straight up. Anyways, I was nervous, got out. I don't hate it, but clearly I could have done better on that. So that's the month. The interesting thing is that if I cut out the trades where I trade the same loser many times in the day, I cut out all those trades, I'm eliminating a massive amount of losses. So this is my biggest mistake I'm making at the moment. And even this month, I'm still, like, I'm 1/3 way through the month and I'm still doing this. So moving forward on the weekend, my goal is going to be to not aggressively trade my losers anymore. Let's just see how much I lost here. 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,200, 1,300. Let's say 1,350. I would have had another 1,500 on the month, that's a lot of money. So big area I can improve. And that's pretty much the whole journal for this month, I guess. One more stat to look at is the average winning position. I'm putting more into my winners this month than my losers, which is great. This is what I always want to do. Longs, I'm losing just as much as I'm making, more or less. Shorts, I did great on them because it's only OTC first red day, so maybe that's a bit skewed. I shouldn't overvalue that, but that's clearly my bread and butter. And yeah, so next month we'll be trying to cut out over trading on losers because it's losing me a lot of money and just improve the other areas.